Hello, welcome back to Exeter Laira. You're watching the Christmas 2019 special, and in this video we're going to be featuring the main brewery area, which has now changed completely. It's no longer a brewery area, but we'll reveal that later in the video. And also as well, just going to do a typical running, prototypical, not many people like that word, prototypical running session that you would see around St David's. Also as well, the opening clip that I'm filming now, just as a bit of a special, I'm not going to edit it, so all my mistakes, and there'll probably be loads, will be in the video. So the first thing I want to do is summarise pretty much the whole year, and it's gone by so quick, it's incredible. I think one of my main biggest events that I attended this year, obviously Worley was just incredible, but the Great Electric Train Show for me has to be the highlight of the year. One of the reasons is, and I want to say a personal thank you to this top YouTuber for selecting myself to attend as a main feature in the YouTube meetup that we had on that particular day. That YouTuber, Richard Watson from New Junction, so thank you very much for, I suppose, recognising myself and this monstrosity that I'm creating up here. If that's what I look at it as just a timber monstrosity, apart from one small section. So it really is humbling to be recognised by just not Richard but everybody else as well who takes the time to appreciate the content that I put out on YouTube. Just great, you know, to be, I suppose, in a period of a year, to be from 1,200 subscribers up to 2,500, it's mind-boggling, really. So I thank each and every single one of you for that. Trying to think of what else to say, really, other than, I suppose we could go down the lines of having I suppose what's coming up on the layout in the future for next year. Obviously going to be looking at doing this area pretty much in front of me, which is the south end, and we're talking of an area of probably about 16 foot of just variations in the landscape. So we've got lots going on down this end, and I've really been looking forward to you know, building this area more so than the north end, which I seem to have spent forever on doing. But I wanted to kind of really focus on that area and I suppose kind of set a bar for myself, you know, achieve something which was beyond what I thought I could ever model. So as I've got that bar now, it's going to be kind of going to get better, really. In terms of what else we got coming up, scratch build series. The station, which is just going to be beyond my skill set. It's just you know, a Brunel creation, really, of trying to do that in model form. So I'm looking forward to it in a way. So there'll be that rolled out as a series in the new year, and of course all my weathering stuff as well. My channel wouldn't be complete with more episodes on the Back to the Start of It All series. Doing well so far. Not many cock-ups yet. I think on that note, I think really I just want to say thank you again to all of you guys who put the effort into all the comments. You know, it really does give you that lift and think to yourself, you know, it's worthwhile making these videos. Anyway, I think we'll end the video there. I wish you all guys a happy Christmas and have a good New Year. It's not very warm up here at the moment, so I think what we'll do, we'll click back over to there and take a look at the brewery area, get that underway, and we'll show you what that happens to be at the end. And obviously there's a channel mentioned in that as well, who I selected for the business company name basically for that, so something a little bit different. So I think on that note, I think I'm going to wrap it up, and as I say, have a good Christmas, and I'll see you all in the new year, because it's cold. Cheers. So as you can see, I've pretty much done this scene in this area here. So we're just going to take you in closer and we'll have a good look at all the bits of detail and then reveal what the site's going to be used for. So starting off with the building, this has now been completely finished, and as you can see, I've just gone over it and weathered it up, so it's now looking as it should. 100 or so years old worth of grime. You've got the roof, which have all been done just using various powders and pigments, and the rest of the building itself has just had various washes applied to it. Now I've also sunk it down into its footprint. What I've done with that is just cut the ground around it, popped it in, and then I just backfill any gaps with loose dust that I would normally use on the road surface. It's just been washed in around the sides, and then just using some diluted glue that's just poured down into the mixture, and then once that's pretty much dried, I'll just lift the building out, just that way it's completely accessible if there's any problems. So moving on to this one, this was actually my first scratch build that I did. Wasn't quite finished when I first started it, so I've pulled it out and got the last bits of detail added to it, and also finished the roof off. Now the doors themselves, they do close. And again, it's just been sunk into the footprint using the same method as the other building, with the grit just applied around the outside edges, and then just blend some static grasses around it. The fencing along the back there, so I've got the palisade fencing, which was just left over from the wheels level crossing kit, and again just applied some bushes and some more static grass along the fence line as well. And the last two sections of walling were finished off and glued down into position. So the area now is pretty much ready for putting the scenic details in, and I'll go into revealing what the site's going to be used for. So referring back to my November update, I did put a mention in the video for suggestions of things that I could use in this scene, and a few people popped up with some very good ideas, things ranging from sort of car sales to builders merchants, right through to a quite a good one actually, which was a double glazing manufacturer and supplier. So what I've done is I've made a decision, and I'm going to take a couple of ideas from a couple of people who also put names for sort of businesses as well my way, and the idea of what I'm going to do on this is it's going to become a builder's merchant. So I'm going to thank Rob Emery for his suggestion on that. I was toying between that and the glazing company, so possibly in the future I may use a double glazing company manufacturer somewhere else around the layout. So as you can see, I've been shopping again at Scale Model Scenery, and I picked up a lot of their bits and pieces for that you would typically get in either a builder's merchant or even on a building site. So we've got a range of stuff here, from unpacked timber loads to fully packed timber. We've also got some wrapped up pipe loads and some bundles of insulation sheets. Also the palletised bricks and blocks, which I must admit are quite painstaking to put together, very time consuming, but as always the end results of all these products are great. So what we do now is get these down in the position on the in the builder's yard. So that's all the bits and pieces that I've got so far in place, and of course no business is complete until it's got all the company signage up. So what I've done is I've taken the idea from one of my suggestions and kind of just adopted it slightly just so it fits in with the scene, and what I've chosen to use is Piccadilly Building Supplies. So thank you John Warner for your suggestion, who I think you suggested using the site as a car sales, and Piccadilly car sales I think was the suggestion. So I've just adapted it slightly, and there we have it, Piccadilly Building Supplies. So I'll get all the signs and stuff put on and we'll have a closer look. So there we go, we've got the main sign just there. I've also just popped one on the side of the building and another one just on that front loading bay area too. So there will be a few other bits and pieces I'll get. Got my eyes on the Bachmann 1 ton aggregate bags. They'll make an appearance sometime in the future, and any other little bits and pieces that I think would look good fitted in around this builder's merchant.
Bye.